Great. I welcome you all once again to today's lesson. In our previous lesson, I resolved some of the questions of the teacher's licensure exams, and we are still solving some of them. We are able to solve 20 out of the 30 numeracy part of the general professional knowledge. So today, we are going to solve some of them. We are left with 10 questions, and today we are going to look at five of them. Then later, we look at the rest of the five. So I entreat each and everyone to stay calm and watch as I take you through. This is Mazwis TV. My name is Evans Okay. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also get Mazwis TV on TikTok. Now, just in case those of you who are yet to sit their Licensure exams in this month, October, and those who are also waiting for November, you can also join my online classes. I've been doing online classes on WhatsApp for some people, those who are going to write. So if you are interested, kindly contact me so that I can add you to my group. Then I take you through. So I deal with mathematics, and we are going to look at all the aspects of the mathematics when it comes to teachers licensure exam. So we will not waste my time. Let's look at our first question today. For this question, the 21, we are saying that an amount of 500,000 was shared among AC, Yara, and Kafri. AC received 100,000 Ghana cedis. Yara received Yara received a fourth of the remainder, while the rest went to Kafri. In what ratio did AC, Yara, and Kafri share the amount? So this one we are dealing with ratio and proportion. Okay, so as I said previously that if you look at these questions, you see that they are basic questions. So when you get questions like this, you don't have to waste my time. Now let's look at the amount. So initially, we are saying that the amount to be shared among these three people is what? 500,000 Ghana cedis. So if AC receives 100 Ghana cedis, then how much is left? So we know that AC's own is what? 100. Then we can find the remainder. Okay, what's the remainder? The remainder is just a matter of taking what AC received from the 500,000 Ghana cedis, which will give us 400,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, yeah, so this is the remainder. And we are also saying that Yara received a fourth of what? The remainder. So when we say a fourth, we are talking about quarter. Okay, 1/4 of the remainder, which is 400,000 Ghana cedis. So we have to find quarter of this amount left. So it's just a matter of multiplying 400,000 Ghana cedis by what? 1/4. Okay, so that is what we have for Yara, and that gives us what? 100 Ghana cedis. Okay, yes, so it means that both AC and Yara got the same amount. Okay, yes, so what then is for Kafui? So we are also saying that if Kafui received the rest, then it means that if AC got 100,000 and Yara also got 100,000, it means that the two of them have gotten what? 200,000 Ghana cedi out of the 500,000 Ghana. Then how much is left? Automatically we can just subtract from it, and we get what? 300,000 for Kafui. Okay, so these are the amount each of them got. Okay, now let's put this in a ratio form. Based on the question, we are saying in what ratio did EC, Yara, and Kafui. So you have to arrange these according to how the names are mentioned in the question. So Yara comes first, so you have to write Yara's own. Okay, so it will be Yara and AC. Yes, AC rather comes first, so it should be in that order. So AC is to Yara, is to Kafui, in that order. So we are going to write the amount in this same what format. All right, yes. Good. So once we have it like that, then we are going to write their amount according to how their names are arranged. So AC first, Yara second, and then Kafui third. So if that's the case, then we are going to have AC having what 100. Okay, Yara also having what 100, and then Kafui also having 300. Okay, so this is in a ratio form. All right. Now, if you look at the options provided, there is no way we have the 100,000, 300,000. We rather have a 1, 3, and all that. So, in order to be able to get the right answer from the options provided, all that we need to do is we need to divide each of the amount by 100,000 Ghana cedis so that we clear the zeros. Yes, we have to clear what the zeros. If you're able to clear the zeros, then will be able to get the right options. So it's just a matter of dividing each of them by 100,000. Okay, yes, in a fraction form like this. Then we just cross this out. We just cancel the zeros. Okay, yes, and then each of them, as soon as we cancel, it means that we get 1, and then the same applies here. We get 1 as well. Then 300,000 divided by 100,000, we get what 3. Okay, good. So once we get this, then we can write them in a nice way, and that means we are getting what 1:1 is to 3. That is the ratio form of their share. Now let's go to the options and look for our answer. Yes, so you can see that the D is clear, and that is our answer. So it is very, very hot, simple. Now let's move on to the next question. That is the question 22. Okay, so for question 22, we are given a table of babies and their weight. Okay, we have their weight. So let's look at the question 22. We are saying that which of the following statements about babies is true? Yes, so in the first one, we are saying that Sam is heavier than Rita. So we are going to compare their weight. The one that has what the higher or the bigger weight is said to be heavier than the other. Okay, so if you are saying Sam is heavier than Rita, it means that Sam's weight should be bigger than Rita's own. So let's compare this and see. So Sam's own is 3.238. Now let's also look at Rita. You realize that we have 3, each of them has what 3 as a whole. Now after 3 we have the decimal point, and they have 2 again. If after 2 the next decimal number, Rita has what 8, while Sam has what 3. So you see that Rita's own is bigger because of that 8. It is bigger than 3. So we can conclude that Sam is heavier. We should rather say that Rita is rather what heavier than Sam. If that is the case, then that answer is wrong. Okay, so we will not choose the A. Then let's move on to the B. We are also saying Sam is heavier than Clara. So let's compare Sam's own to Clara. Okay, so Sam is 3.238, and what of Clara? Clara also has what 3 points. So the first whole numbers are the same, but after the decimal point, realize that Clara has 3 while Sam has what 2. So this one too is also clear that Clara is rather heavier than Sam. So that one is also wrong. Then let's move on to the C. For the C, we are saying Rita is heavier than Peter. So let's see Rita's own. Rita is 3.281. Let's see Peter. So let's compare the two. The first whole numbers are the same. Now after the whole number, we move on to the decimal number. Peter has 2. Rita also has 2. They are the same. Then we move on to the next decimal number. Peter has 6. Rita has 8. If you compare 8 and 6, you realize that the 8 is bigger than 6. Therefore, we conclude that Rita is what heavier than Peter. If that's the case, then we can choose that as a right answer since it is true. Let's check the D, whether the D2. So the D2, we are saying that Peter is heavier than Clara. So let's compare. Okay, so if you compare that one as well, you realize that Peter. Okay, so let's compare that one. Yes, so it is also, you can see that if you compare Peter and um, Clara's own, we also realize that Peter has 3.269, while Clara has what, 3.314. So if you compare, you realize that Clara is still heavier than Peter. In that case, that one is also wrong. So our right answer is the C. Okay, so we choose that one. Now let's move on to the question 23. So in the question 23, we are saying that what are the two missing numbers represented by the boxes in the pattern below? So this is what in a pattern question. Most of the time, these type of questions always come. So those who are yet to sit their November exam know that you are going to meet some of these questions, especially the pattern question. You will definitely get some of them. So you need to take note of this. So this one, whenever we are dealing with patterns, what you should know is most of the time questions are asked based on the four basic operations: addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division. So you ask yourself whether the previous number is being added to the new number, or we are subtracting, whether we are multiplying. So in this case, you see that the first number is 1, the second is 3, and then 6. So you check whether there's some interval, okay, whether you get a number which was added. So this one, will you say that what did we add to 1 to get 3? We added 2. Is it the same as when we add 2 to 3? No. So what do we do? You see, we have to arrange them. So you can analyze this and you realize that the first number we added 2 to what? To 3. Okay, we added 2 to 1 to get what? The 3. Have you gotten that? Then the next one, what did we add to 3? You realize that we added 3 to what? To 3 to get what? 6. Have you gotten that? Yes. And what did we add to the next one? You also see that we added what? 4 to 6. So you will see that it is a pattern and it is going that. So this suggests that there has been what? Addition of consecutive what? Integers. So if this time, if I add this number, my next time of adding, I will increase what I added previously by 1. So the first one we added 2, second one we add 3. That means it has been increased by 1. The next one we add what? 4. So as we are moving along, you see that consecutive numbers, we just what? Increase it by 1. Okay, and that give us what? The 10. If that is the case, then what will be the next one? It means in my next addition, the previous one added 4. So what will be my next addition? My next addition is going to be what? 5. It means I'm going to add 5 to 10. Okay, and that is going to give me 15. This suggests that that box there is what? 15. And then my next addition, this time I added 5, so my next addition will be what? Addition of 6. So I'm going to add 6 to 15. Okay, and that's going to give me what? 21. So it means that box also is 21. If you add your next number, which is what's going to be 7, if you add 7 to 21, what are you going to get? You are going to get what? 20. So this suggests that the rule is perfect and the pattern follows consecutive what? Integers, addition of consecutive integers, and that gives us the answer. If that's the case, then we know that 15 and 21 becomes what? The answers or the numbers we can use to fill the boxes. So let's go through the options and realize that it is the B. So that also answers that question. So that question is also B. Now let's move on to the question 24. So for question 24, we are saying that Miracle bought 6 pens at shop A. Yes, shop A for 21 Ghana cedis, and Amina bought 4 pens of the same type as shop B for 16 Ghana cedis. How much more did Amina pay for a unit cost of the pen than what Miracle? Yes, so this one is also simple, and we are going to look at how. Okay. Yes, so this time, what do you do? All that you need to do is you need to find how much Reku bought each of the pen, because we are saying that he bought 6 pens, all for 21 Ghana cedis, but we don't know the particular amount he bought for one pen, and that is what we have to calculate for. Then we also calculate for how much Amina also bought one pen or each pen, because we are saying that she also bought all the 4 pens for what at 16 Ghana cedis, but we don't know how much each pen what cost. So that's what we have to calculate. If that's the case, then we can um, find that. Okay, yes, so let's look at that one. Okay, so amount spent by Miracle on each pen, that's what we are calculating. So it's just a matter of dividing the amount, the total amount, by the number of pens Miracle had bought, and that is going to give us 3.5 Ghana cedis. That's 3 cedis, 50 pesos. Okay, so it means that each pen Miracle bought from shop A cost what, or one pen cost 3 cedis, 50 pesos. Now let's find what how much Amina also bought for one pen, and that one too is just a matter of also dividing the 16 Ghana cedis by the 4 pens. Okay, yes, so if we divide it, you are going to get 4 cedis. Okay, yes, so that is 4 cedis. It means that whilst Miracle bought one pen at 3 cedis, 50 pesos, Amina bought one pen, the same pen, at 4 cedis. Okay, so the question is asking us to find how much more did Amina pay for a unit cost of pen. So it means that for one pen that each of them bought, how much did Amina pay more than Miracle? That is what the question is demanding. So this one, what do you do? All that you do is to just subtract the 3 cedis, 50 pesos, from the 4 cedis. Okay, yes, and that is going to give you what, 50 pesos. So it means that our answer is D. Okay, that suggests that Amina bought a unit pen 50 pesos more than Miracle, and that also answers the question 24. Let's move on to our last question for today, and then so that is the question 25. So for question 25, we are saying that Fatima planted 2/3 of her farmland with cassava, 1/6 with maize, and 1/12 with okra. If the rest of the farmland was left to fallow, what fraction of the land was left to fallow? So this one is what, fractions. Okay, you know what we call fraction spent and fraction what left. So this one thing you should take note is that the total fraction is given as what, 1. Know that anytime you sum up fractions, your total fraction should be 1. Okay, yeah, so this one, how do you do it? It's just a matter of what, adding all the fractions Fatima planted the crops, or you add all of them together, then to know the fraction left, okay, fraction of the land left to fallow, what do? We just subtract that sum of fraction from the total fraction, which is 1, and then the answer we get, we are good to go. So let's find the fraction spent on the farmland, and that is what we have for. We add all the fractions given in the question, and if you do that, then we are going to get this is what simple addition of what, fractions. Yes, you find the LCM, which is 12. You divide each of the denominator of each fraction by 12. You divide 12 by those denominator. What you get, you multiply by their numerator, and that is what we have done here. Okay, then you add them and you get what? 11 on 12. Okay, so that means that is the um yes, so that is the fraction spent on the farmland. Okay, yes, so let's find the fraction of the land left to farrow. It's just a matter of subtracting the 11 on 12 from 1, and then we are good to go. Okay, yes, so this one is very basic. So fraction left to farrow is equal to total fraction minus fraction spent. Yes, and that is what? 1 minus um 11 on 12. Okay, and this is also what? Subtraction of fractions. Is very simple. You find the LCM, which is 12, multiply by 1 and subtract 1 from it, and we get the fraction. So it's going to be yes, exactly. Okay, yes, that is great. The answer is going to be 1 on 12. So let's check the options and see if we have an option there. Yes, so we realize that our D is the answer, and that answers all. So please, when you have such questions, you have to chill. It is very easy. You get it easily. Okay, if that's the case, then let's end here and continue next time. My name is Evans Kine, your mathematics facilitator. This is Maths TV. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share. So see you next time. Bye bye.